They have been on and off work since they took office after the March 4th election. Members of the 47 county assemblies who have been agitating for a pay rise from the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, which had already set their salaries after a job evaluation done well before they took office.
We agreed that we will carry out a job re-evaluation.
And it's that decision to subject the MCAs to a job re-evaluation that is a source of the current row pitting the Commission against the MCAs.
So let's know what went wrong with the first evaluation for us to know whether it will be worthwhile to have public expenditure again on a re-evaluation, or we would want to reconsider our facts.
But the chairperson of the Salaries and Remuneration Commission is not about to budge. The MCA's salaries can only be reviewed if and when they agree to a job re-evaluation.
If they do not accept that, then I think we have done what we needed to do. We re-evaluate because they wanted us to review their salaries. It therefore means they're comfortable with what they have, and we move forward.
The job re-evaluation was supposed to kick off at the beginning of October, taking into account the risk exposure, the decision-making process, financial implications of the decisions they make, and in the end, give a ranking to determine the placement of jobs and the pay each of them deserves, a process that none of the MCAs is prepared to subject themselves to.
You see, when you cook food and it's ready and people don't turn up, what does that tell you? They're not hungry, isn't it? So maybe they don't need it.
The MCAs are demanding a salary increment tripling their current basic pay, 300,000 shillings, up from the current 79,200 shillings. The county assembly speakers, on the other hand, are demanding 512,800 shillings, up from the current 225,000 shillings they take home as basic pay. To add to the list of the demands is a 3 million shillings car grant. The SRC has since approved facilitation packs, which include 20,000 shillings as transport allowance, a sitting allowance of 3,000 shillings per sitting for a maximum 8 sittings per week, responsibility allowance of 32,000 shillings. In addition, every speaker gets a vehicle and a house. But it appears even that is not enough.
You cannot give 20,000 taxable commuter allowance to a member who travels 400 kilometers back and forth every week.
Should SRC yield to their demands, every MCA will be taking home 385,000 shillings, inclusive of the facilitation packs, totaling to about 5.7 billion shillings for all the 3,817 MCAs every year. This only serving to further balloon the public wage bill, which currently stands at almost 60% of total revenues. This translates to 458 billion shillings of the 800 billion shillings collected as revenue last year.
Are Kenyans ready, or are they in a position to pay more taxes to meet the salaries of the public sector?
Ether Kahumbi, Monday Special.